I can't remember off the top of my head. It's not many, but I wouldn't get too bogged down in the round 12. A lot can change in that amount of time. I'd probably more focus on that round 3 buy. How old am I? You've guessed 26. It is older. Thanks for the follow too, mate. Yeah, the thumbnail. Yeah, yeah. It's not creative, but it works. Anthony, do I keep both Ashcroft brothers? I definitely think will. Let's just wait and see on Levi. Ollie, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. VT edits. G'day, Shorty. How's it going? I've recently put in Flynn as my R2. Also, Cripps in the midfield. Nice, mate. Look, I'm going all right. Hope you're well. Yeah, Flynn's a watch. We've talked about him a bit. We're just going to have to see if he can get that number 1 ruck spot. If he does, he's going to be one of the best picks for the year. But if he doesn't, he's straight out and leaves a bit of a hole. So, how many primos for round 1, Liam? Probably 10 or 11. I think this year's a bit more of a mid-price year, I feel. So normally I'd be like 12, but yeah, maybe even 9 or 10. I think a lot of mid-prices will be around. Oh, DeConning for sure, Ilray. If price is no issue. Normie, why isn't Paul Chapman in your team, mate? I wish he was. Love Chappie. Hey, Adele, what's going on? We're just about to cross over to YouTube, guys. So we got about 10 of yous over there. I will drop another league code there at some point. So, yeah, feel free to pop over there. But Tyson, I like him. Bit of a concern on the body. Bit of a hamstring issue. But apparently he's been cleared and he's all good. So, yeah, I think Sinclair's a good option. But, yeah, hopefully the body's all good. So, thanks heaps, guys. I am going to roll over to YouTube. Holmes mid-time. Yeah, he'll be pure mid, mate. He will be pure mid. Lock him in. So thanks for your questions, comments. Thanks for the follows. And, yeah, I'll talk to you more on YouTube. What's going on, guys? How are we? Let me just get sorted here. All righty. Thank you, Jack. How are you? First again, mate. I'm on a roll. Yeah, we love to see that. Butters, Dacos, Green, Day, Oliver, Peatling, O'Sullivan, Jagger are good mids. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've gone big. You've gone big in the midfield, but they are all pretty solid picks. So, yeah, I don't mind that. Thoughts on Mason Cox as my main row? Goodness me. Flag Blues, Marshall or DeConning. I would go TTK. I think just even around like the bit of a concern with the body. He's sort of touch and go for round 1. And I just think DeConning, he's looking like he's ready to explode. I don't really like Cheese. I know you think LDU and Green can go uber mids. What about like Noah Anderson? Yeah, I mean, look, if he can produce some of that home form away, then bloody oath, mate. Like, again, you've named a couple of guys who are similar prices, and obviously, yeah, I've gone them, but he's probably been susceptible to a tag and will often go 150 and then 60. Like, he goes this huge game in Gold Coast, then gets tagged the next week. If you can overcome that, then 110 is definitely possible. Harry, g'day, Shorty. How are you, legend? I'm pretty good, mate. How about yourself? Nice to see you pop in. Macca, are you still taking Holmes even with the round 3 buy? Yes, I am. Absolutely. Like, the round 3 buy, it's not to scare us off everyone. I mean, yeah, you don't want to overload it, but we do only have to have 17 best scorers. And by round 3, you'd like to think most of our rookies are still playing. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident in picking him. Angus, Mo looking good, shorty. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Um, where were we up to? Gee, the Mo's, it's just rattled me. Oh. Flag Blues, thoughts on McGrath, Wanganeen Miller, and Sheasel as top defenders? As in Andrew McGrath? Is that who we're talking? No, not for me. I like the other two, but no, I don't think McGrath is an option. Crocker or Braden Crocker. Do we give Zach Reed another chance? Oh, I'm leaning towards no. I think there's a bit of clearly a worry about the body, and I just feel like there's some better options there. Maybe if a few of those fall by the wayside and Bo Allen or Al Hooley don't get spots, maybe. But yeah, he's not one that I'd have high on the list. Angus, drop a league code. Yes, mate, I will definitely do that. Look, let's do that at 8 o'clock. Get your league code typing area ready, whatever you want to bloody call that, and I'll drop it soon. FNT, thoughts on Sheldrick? Yeah, good name to bring up there. Feel like he's that bolter in the preseason for Sydney. I feel like he's a real shout to get into the side. When he does, I reckon he's a lock. Well, if he does. Luca, what do you think Sheasel will average? Probably about 115. I'd think it'd be pretty hard to go much higher than he did last year. But yeah, I think around between his average and 115. Harry, Primo D3 is becoming a real headache. Matty Roberts at D3 or Jordan Clark. Yeah, look, me too. I'm finding the back line hard to... Mine's probably more around D4. I've got Mills at D3, but Jordan Clark's more your known product out of those two. Roberts, the one that we've got to watch some practice games to see. I mean, we can speculate, and that at this point, I'd definitely go Clark. But yeah, if Roberts can lock down the role, he's going to be worth a shout at that price. But yeah, I think Clark's more reliable at this point in time. Jack, what's funny, mate? Mason Cox will have a breakout, I think. Look, if Mason Cox can break out and average 90 plus, I'll be here doing the live in a mankini, guys. So, yeah, screen record that. I don't really like cheese. Sean Maker or Sin, you reckon, mate? Oh, I'm leaning towards Sin. The thing is, like, Sean Maker's probably got better job security. Like, you feel like he's in their best team. Where Sin maybe could break out if he does get the right role and he's a bit cheaper. I'm not in love with either of them. They'd have to convince me over the next few weeks, but both at good prices. Angus, any thoughts on Sheasel getting tagged as much this season, or will he score through the tags? Look, I think he'll score through the tags. I mean, he did get a little bit of attention at times last year, but I think he's just too versatile. Like, he can move forward and push up and be creative. He can move back to drop tags. Like, I mean, yeah, he may cop some attention, but I think more often than not, he'll be making you pretty happy. Don't forget too that teams don't always tag these days. There might be like it ebbs and flows, but sometimes teams they're not tagging as much either. Bryden, how we doing, Shortbread? I'm quite well, mates. How are you? Best of luck for the season. Haven't done my research and feeling way behind on picking my team. Any guaranteed rookie locks to start the year? Good luck to you as well, mate. That's all right. You're in the right place. Look, Jagger Smith is the lock. Sam Davidson worth a shout. Harry. Yeah, so a lot of these guys, they'll show themselves through the practice games. We'll get a bit more confidence from the rookies over the next few weeks, but they're probably a few that I'm liking. Flag Blues, thoughts on Bont, Sarong, Cripper as top mids. Spending up big, so you're spending a bit of cash in the mid. I'm going a little bit more mid-price, but yeah, they're all good options. You know, if that's the way you want to shake it, then they are all very good options. Dylan, is Sam DeConning solo ruck round 1? So we're talking Sam there. That's no typo. No, it'll be Reece Stanley. DeConning might get opportunities. He might rest there or swing in there at times. But no, he won't be the number 1 ruck. He certainly won't be solo. GC, is the Horn a must? Everything out of preseason looks and sounds good. Yeah, he's a must for me. I think him and Rankin are pretty hard to split. I think they're both lockable. So, yeah, everything is speaking to bulk mid-time. Good options for sure. I don't really like Cheese. Essendon fan here. Stay away from Andy McGrath for sure, mate. Yes, bit of advice for the other fella there. I agree. Andy T, hey, Shorty, hope you're well, mate. You too, my friend. Thank you. Loving the preseason vids. Oh, thank you, mate. What's your thoughts on Archie Roberts set to take over Heppel's role? Yeah, I have been thinking about him. I spoke about him early on, and I thought there might be an opportunity for that, but I'm not really seeing any of that in my research. So we're seeing like Dylan Shield playing halfback. And you've still got guys like, Redmond and a few others. So it doesn't seem like it just yet, but he's a player I really like. Maybe a smoky for your draft, but at this stage, doesn't seem like he's got that role, which is a pity. Luke is in the chat. Hey, mate. G'day, Shorty. How are you? Not too bad, mate. I must admit, I'm actually tired. I am just adjusting to getting back in the swing of work. It's bloody busy, man. But what were your thoughts on Ken Hinkley, Josh Carr's succession plan? It's always a weird one, I think. It's almost like, hey, Ken, we don't think you're the guy, but just have one more year. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a way to bridge the gap and upskill Carr. Maybe he's not fully ready just yet. But, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's almost like you're saying we can't win the flag because, it's pretty rare that you'd sack a premiership coach. So it almost says we need to go in a different direction, but the guy we like is just not quite ready. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see, but views and results on succession plans, isn't there? Harry, pay up for Gorn or TDK. Pitto is really concerning if he chops into TDK ruck time. I think DeConning is the guy. I can't see Pitnet really affecting him too much. I mean, it just seems like the time's now for Tommy to take over. But let's see what the people are thinking as well. A little poll. And it's 8:02. Let's drop a little code, hey? Yeah, Angus is all over it. He's all over it. We love that. Shorty Supercoach number 4. All right, there you go. 775-676. Now, where were we up to? Reese, opinion on Lawson Humphreys. Look, as a Cats fan, I'm very excited. I think he's going to be one of our better halfback flankers using the footy on both sides, but not for Supercoach. Not for Supercoach. I just don't think there's enough meat on the bone in terms of the price. But, yeah, he's a likely type. Luca, feel like Walsh is being heavily slept on. Reckon he goes 110 despite his injury and got Richmond round 1. Really? See, that I just can't trust it. Like, yeah, I agree. I mean, the guy's a gun. I mean, he finds the footy brilliantly, covers the ground fantastically, but any concern over his body leading into the season was a line through him for me. And I like him, but yeah, I just can't justify it given he has shown he's very injury prone. And I am stunned here that we have got the poll going at, are you picking Tommy DeConning? And no is 59%. I thought he was popular. I just thought I saw him in a stack of teams. What are we talking like ownership? I would have thought it was over 40%. 31%. Okay, so he's not outrageous. Yeah, righto. Okay. This is why we do the polls. Macca, how many primo forwards you reckon if Horn Francis actually worth it because he gets frustrated, give away too many free kicks? Fucking hell. Oh, Jesus. Apologies. Gosh. Sorry about the minor heart attack there. But to answer your question, yeah, he is a frustrating watch. He does get frustrated himself. I think part of his development as a player is going to see him do less of that. I think it's normal to go through this process, getting tagged, getting attention, not dealing with it well. He's a fiery guy, which is partly what makes him a good player. He's a lock for me. So I think you have to have either him or Rankin or potentially both. Luke, do you reckon Taylor Adams will get many games this year, Shorty? No, I don't think he will. In fact, I think it's just about past him. So I don't think he'll play much at all. FNT, Sid Draper. Yeah, he's looking all right, isn't he? By all reports. Rookie of the year. Yeah. Look, he's got to be a chance. I think he's definitely a chance. Jack, haha, legend you are, Shorty. I'll catch you next live. Going out for dinner, maybe a bit of a drink. Oh, I don't mind that on a Wednesday. Nice, mate. Enjoy. James, hey there, Shorty. Hope you are well, brother. You too, mate. Thanks for the comment. I'm actually considering Perryman. No love or news about him anywhere that I have seen. Am I delusional? Your thoughts and insights would be great. No worries, mate. You're right. He is a bit slept on at the moment. My only drawback would be the price. I think it's all there for him to do well. Bit of mid time, bit of half-back time. I'm just not sure he'll be good enough in either to be that breakout because, look, he's priced what, about 417? He's priced 417. Now, that's awkward because we need him to basically be a keeper. Like, we need him to up that average to in the 90s. And I just feel like he could have a good year, mid to high 80s, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think you'll pick him and you haven't even, if you do, you haven't got a cash cow and you haven't got a keeper. That's my only worry about him. I think he sort of sits in a bit no man's land. Zed, Shorty, how many bloody mid prices are too many? Feel like I want 15 of them. I might be going crazy, but I genuinely am looking at each mid price individually. And I'm with you. I think they are, at this point, if I go through my side, like Mills, yeah, got to have him. Oliver, got to have him. Ashcroft, look, he's worth a shout. Peatling, lock. Parker, lock. McRae, lock. Smith, lock. Daniel, lock. Sanders, at this stage, lock. So that if that helps, I don't know if it does, but that's the way I'm seeing it. We'll have some answers, or we'll have some questions answered in the coming weeks for practice games. And I am stunned that 60% aren't going with DeConning. Wow. All right. Well, next question. What about Flynn? You got Flynn at R2? Max says the headache of getting the balance of value and premiums, making a team with no Butters, Bont type Ubers, Primos makes me very nervous, but it's a lot to pay. Yeah, it's the age-old question. Do you get them now and just not have to worry about it? Or do you just hope they get tagged early or just get a bit of a better price? And I'm definitely opting for the approach of there's a lot of good mid prices this year. I'm going for that approach. So I haven't got Bont. I haven't got Butters. And it might prove risky. I'm also wanting to go a bit left field. I want to be a bit point of difference. So that's part of it as well. Look, it's a risk. I mean, one thing I will say is that there's not too many players that maintain the price tag of Bont and Butters, unless you're Gary Ablett Jr. We will be able to get them cheaper at some stage. It's just a matter of whether that's round 6 or round 16. And if they start like on fire, we'll be like, oh, God, how am I ever going to get him in my team? Why didn't I just start him? But that's the risk. Just have a look at how your side balances out because something's got to give. You either go with a Bont and then a rookie, or you might get a couple of mid prices. So it's all about that balance. I'm going more mid price. Flag Blues, do I downgrade Cripper? Oh, look, I mean, he's not in my team, but if he's in yours, I wouldn't be saying downgrade. If you like him, there's no reason to not like him. He's a Brownlow medalist, but I feel like his average is a bit inconsistent. He can be 97. He can be 119. He can be 110. So I haven't gone with him, but I wouldn't talk you out of it. Anthony, is Sam Powell-Pepper still injured? I don't know. Let me try and tell you. He's not one that I would consider, to be honest. Yeah, it looks as if he's back, but I haven't heard anything too much about him, so probably happy to go elsewhere. Rookie mids I like, says Riggs, Ed Allen, Elijah Hewitt, Sammy Lawler. Mate told me from an inside source, right, that Lawler will play. He's been told he's playing 70-30 mid, high centre bounce. So, I mean, it's maybe not shocking because he's the number one pick, but Sardis as well, Sheldrick also, good options too. Please let me know if we're back. It's not filling me with confidence. Yeah, if someone could chuck a comment through, that'd be great. Don't know if I'm still with you or not, but yeah, let me know. We're back. Did we drop out? Did we? Fucking hell. Seriously, this internet is pissing me off, bro. Fucking hell. It's like my internet's a 7-year-old man. Like, can't handle the heat. Gets hot and it just bails on me. Thank you, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about that. I had to switch to the old hotspot. Don't get me started on this shit, man. Pisses me off. James, another quickie. If you had to choose a speculative cheapie, who would you go for out of Sin or Marriage? Honestly, at this point, Marriage. That is where I would go. I think at this stage, job security looks better. FNT, Cherry and Jackson coming from Darcy's injury. Yeah, I think Jackson's a good option. Was even playing a little bit of mid. How naughty is that? Not just ruck, mid. Detroit Lions, hang on, is TDK injured? No. I'm picking him too. Yeah, I'm locking him in. Yeah. And then again, a lot of people not going with Flynn. Very interesting. Yeah, no injury for TDK. Lock him in. Riggs, TDK, Cherry is the new Gorn Grundy. Don't mind that. Jack, I got Jackson instead of Tom DeConning. Yeah, right. I think a few people are doing that. I wonder how the ownership's going of Jackson. I